Life is sweet. Let it sweep you off your feet.
Hi, this is Allie and Find Your Joy. Over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. There's a little crossover. I do this thing on my Facebook, a live feed every Monday morning called Mahalo Monday, and people come and it's kind of a different group of people that watch it. And some people thought that's my podcast, but anyways, it's all good. So I talk about a whole bunch of different things. Sometimes Mahalo Monday is all about deep breath work, and sometimes Mahalo Monday is about different strategies to deal with stress and anxiety. Sometimes Mahalo Monday is all about gratitude and what we're grateful for. Sometimes Mahalo Monday is rambling and rambling. And what I've decided to do for episode 103, 104, and 105 I'm just sharing 3 of my Mahalo Monday episodes. So this is going to be the intro every time. And basically that's it. I just wanted to let you know what's going on, how that's going to be. I do hope that you like and subscribe. I hope that you enjoy what you hear. And it's kind of a stream of consciousness. So one time I'm talking about change and different things that are going on that way. Sometimes it's about the gift of time and things around Christmas and the power of words. It's sort of whatever I'm thinking about. I just share about that. So I do hope that you enjoy it. And here we go. Good morning, good morning. Hello and welcome to Mahalo Monday. Ooh, some Francis Dick for you this morning. Now, if that isn't enough to make your heart smile, I just don't know what is. Good morning. I hope you're all well. It's a kind of a dark and gloomy looking morning outside here in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. But I hope that you are all well and that things are going great. I wanted to share something. My first thing that I'm grateful for today, so one of the things we did at the retreat was a little art project, and people were making cards, and there's part of that where the cards are for a later time for themselves, and some of the cards are for a now time and all of that. Anyways, in those cards was tucked something that was for me, and I got it this morning for some reason, and I opened it. And is it not the most, like someone I was just there with just drew that and then painted it. And then inside wrote the most beautiful, lovely, kind words to me. And that's, as I was zipping around this morning getting ready for things, that's what I found. And so it just blessed my heart. So that's really nice. That's really nice when we get this little surprise that we didn't know that we were going to get. And then all of a sudden it's there and it just feels so awesome, right? I'm very grateful for that. So that I can start with my 3 things I'm grateful for. I can start with that this morning because that is one. I'm going to put it up on the mantle by the fireplace, and it's going to make me smile every time I look at it. And it's going to make me think of the incredible, beautiful, wonderful woman who made that for me and gifted that to me. And it's just going to make me smile all the way in my heart. So that's really nice. Sammie is at the moment quite quiet and settled, and that's always a bonus. She's doing really well. I thought an update for those of you who've been following along with Sammie. We've been going through lots and lots of medications and balancing things out and trying to sort stuff out with her seizures. She has epilepsy. Some of you know that she developed that. So this girl is 10 years old. At 4 years old, she was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. They told us she had about 2 weeks to live, but we could try the CHOP chemotherapy thing. And that if she did that she might, 9 to 18 months maybe. So we did that. There was an accidental thing happened where she got an additional chemo treatment. So instead of the 16, she had 17. In addition to that, we already fed really clean, but so we fed clean, but now even cleaner. So that happened. So yeah, so Sammie just turned 10, and she has been in remission for almost 6 years. So that's pretty incredible. She's also had 2 torn ACLs and complete replacements, 2 surgeries. Yep. And now seizures, and they are doing really well with the new med. And we were able to, so we had her on one med and that wasn't working so well. And then she was on 2. Now we've just switched her, so she's on just the 1, and we're just hoping that it's going to go well. It's been about 3 months, which is amazing. It's quite a horrific experience. Anyone who knows grand mal seizures, and with any person that you know, or any dog that you know, or any animal that you know, it's quite frightening. Anyway, so she's doing really, really well, and she had some other issues, and that cleared up really well. So she's a bit of a miracle dog. Jonathan, our vet, is always like, this dog is just the most amazing thing. Like, she has faced so many things, and she just comes through it so well. So I'm really grateful for Trupanion. If you don't have pet insurance, I shout out to Trupanion, because they're amazing, and they are the reason that we still have vehicles, that Sammie is fine, and because it is very high. I'm going to let her out. She heard her name too many times, and now she's wants something. So Trupanion, big shout out to Trupanion, because without Trupanion, we would have sold our motorcycle, our scooter, our truck, our car, half our furniture. Oh crap, it's raining out. Gotta put her coat on. So that's really awesome. So that's something I'm grateful for. Yes, we're wandering around, and I'm going to put Sammie's coat on her because it is pouring out there. Here, Sam, come here, please. Because, if you have a German Shepherd, it's not like she cares if she has the coat on or not. But let me tell you, anybody who has a dog with lots of thick fur, you really want to make sure that when they come back in the house, I'm like, hi, Rhonda. I'm putting Sammie's coat on her. There we are, my girl. There we are. Now, just the tie-up part, and we'll all be well. Look at me. I'm just kind of hanging over the phone. Ta-da! I did it. And there's Sammie. And now she'll go out for 2 seconds, but at least her coat will be on. So, yes, so I'm so grateful for all that with Sammie, the good news with Sammie, and everything's going really well. And that's awesome. And I'm grateful that today I'm going to share with you. See, I don't really like to share when I do a commitment to myself thing. Here's the, good morning. Okay, let's get real honest here. I still process things in such a way that sometimes it's not the healthiest for me. I have many things I do well, and some of them not so much. When I make a big commitment, I never want to tell anyone, because I have this thing where I feel like I'm going to screw it up or blow it. So all I'm going to say about that is, in many ways, I don't have that. I have lots of healing, but there are still a few things where I'm like, oh my gosh. So anyways, I'm just going to say that this morning, well, actually, yesterday, it started. Aw, love it, you too. So here's what I did. I am on a quest to become healthier, and weight is part of that, but it's not it. If anybody who's been doing this thing for a while knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, weight's the thing, and it's absolutely not the thing. It's not about how I look, and it's absolutely how I look. But mostly, you know what I really miss? I miss feeling strong in my body. I miss that a lot, and I haven't felt strong in my body for a long time. And I don't like feeling uncomfortable in my body. And I find that having quite a bit of extra weight does that. Hey, if anybody wants to join me on this journey, you can private message me and maybe we'll figure out a way to do something together if you're so inclined. This is by no means a thing that anybody needs to do. So one of the things that I'm doing, pointing down, Rhonda McCallum Bruce. So I have not even started yet, and she has been sending me her Qigong movements to get my body moving in a beautiful, healthy, stretching way. And so this morning I will be starting that. I'm not doing anything rash or crazy. I just want to. Okay, so I'm skipping around here, but it all is going to make sense. So a few weeks ago, I started going to line dancing on Thursday nights at Esquimalt Legion, and I really like it. And I actually was thinking before I went, oh my God, what if I have like a heart attack or something? I did. But I didn't, and it's fine, and I love it, and it's wonderful. I thought I would be so sore the next day, but I wasn't. I actually felt better the next day. So that was really great. And I know when I do Qigong exercises that I feel, yes, it's about how I feel and how and what is good for my body and what isn't. So here's another thing. So I have this thing called atrial fibrillation and flutteration. Okay. So it's just this thing. It's a heart thing. My heart just kind of goes, if you don't know what it is, it's, my heart will just go and just started going really quickly. And I've had it for a long time, didn't get diagnosed till a few years ago because I just kept thinking if I drink more water, oh God, I'm such a weirdo. If I would just drink more water and have a hot bath and sweat out whatever this problem is, I'll be all right. But my husband did finally talk me into, let's get this checked out. And so it's a thing anyways. And, so one of the things in this cardiac program that I went on for a little while was there had this movie for us to watch. Now you can go on YouTube and watch it. And it's called, I'm going to say it's called 23 and a half. Might be called 23 and a half hours. I don't really remember. But here's the gist of it, as my mom will say. Basically, you can do whatever you want for 23 and a half hours a day. All you need to do is walk for 30 minutes a day. And this doctor put it on, and the whole thing behind this is he's talking about different people. They had test groups where people were on lots of meds for their heart. They were on all different things, but people who walked 30 minutes a day, in 1 year, it wasn't about if they lost weight or not. It wasn't about if they even changed what they ate and put into their bodies or not. It was just if they walked a half an hour a day, 30 minutes, the changes in what was going on with their hearts was more significant than people who had had surgery or chemical intervention, like meds. So I think it's called 23 and a half or 23 and a half hours. Anyways, it's really good. You know what? I'll find it. I'll post it later because it's a really good thing, and I think I'll watch it too. And I don't really remember how long the video is. It's like a half an hour, maybe not even. It's like 10 minutes. I don't really actually remember that part, but I found it really interesting. And it's science-based, it's medical, and I'm a bit of a geek. I like things like that. But he does it in a fun way and has little pictures and drawings, and I like stuff like that. So it's perfect for someone like me. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've kind of got myself into a place where it's not just that I'm the heaviest I've been. It's not a shaming issue. It's that it's uncomfortable, it's unhealthy, and I want to change it. So I'm going to just say that out loud. And I don't know if I don't do it, well, just love me anyways, but that's my focus. So yesterday I made a big chart. I didn't make a chart so much about what I was going to eat, but I've charted down, okay, how often am I going to weigh myself and measure and what am I going to commit to myself that I'm going to do? And so I did it really reasonably. Like Rhonda, I only committed to 2 times a week doing Qigong. I mean, I can do that, right? And if I do more, that'll be great. But for right now, I have committed to doing that twice a week. I've committed to 30 minutes walking a day. And So basically, I can't remember what else is in my little book, but those are the things that I did. I got up this morning. I felt great. I had a bath. I washed my hair, let it be curly, because it's so cute when it's curly. And I felt really good about it. And there's some other things that I want to do. I'm working on getting my voice back. And so I'm going to pencil myself in. I am penciling myself in to sing for 30 minutes a day. That doesn't matter if I'm walking around the house, if I'm doing laundry, if I'm doing dishes. It's hard to do if I'm doing a podcast or doing a sound bath with someone, but I can do it on my walk. I'm just going to do it, because curling in a ball and being sad and feeling sorry for myself about losing my voice is not really being very helpful. So there's that. Yeah. So today I got up, I did all my measurements. I was like, oh, well, okay. Thank God my tape measure goes that big. Woo. I'm so happy. But but that's what I did. Yeah, I'm going to be going for my walks. I kind of thought it would be nice to maybe go to Aquafit once in a while, because I used to really like Aquafit. I liked Aquafit when I was really in shape. I just really liked it. So I'm going to give it a try, but I just put down like really gentle things, like not like you're doing this every day and then you're going to, and you're going to eat 1,000 calories and you're only going to eat this way. It's nothing like that. Over time, I've been working on things like, I work with the doctor of traditional Chinese medicine. So I'm understanding, Chinese medicine and the way to eat in the winter, which is the opposite of what I would have been doing right now. What I would have been doing right now is having lots of raw veggies, lots of salads, things like that. And so that's right. Lots of water. And so through Chinese medicine, and it's helping my tummy, is in the winter time, when it's in fall and winter, when it's cold out, not to be having a bunch of salads. And if I do have a salad, toss, like asparagus or something that's heated, and toss that in with the raw spinach so that it's nice. Exactly. It's hard on the digestion. So I'm doing all of these things. It's really awesome when I have my Qigong lady here making her comments. That's awesome. You guys can read those. So I'm doing that. And I work with an amazing holistic nutritionist, and found out, we did my DNA, and we found out what actually my body needs, what supplements my body needs, what things I'm more apt to deal with. And so my macros, I kind of have that all set up. But even in that, I'm doing it in a kind of a gentle alleyway, right? I'm doing it alleyway. That's how come it's alleyway art, because Allie does things her own way. And so that's what I'm doing. Anyways, so I thought that I would tell you that, because I'm feeling kind of grateful and happy that I'm just stepping out a little bit. I've got some things that are coming that I'm pretty excited about. And I've been, hey, has anybody else? I've had a few people asking me, hey, what's going on? Different clients and friends have asked me about things. So I would say, because I tend to be a little bit of a science, like, barometric pressure is probably, there's been a full moon last week. There's with what's been going on in the atmosphere, in terms of barometric pressure. So if you are a person who's been dealing with having a hard time sleeping, or being really too tired, or maybe you've had headaches, or maybe your anxiety is increased, or maybe you felt more depressed, or something like that, you've just kind of felt off and you didn't know why, I would like to tell you that people have been telling me, like, it's not just me and it's not just you. It can just happen, right? I mean, we're just little energy balls. And when the energy in the atmosphere goes a little bit off, and whether that's I don't know what they were calling them, a atmospheric river or a cyclone, blah, 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 whatever they're calling it these days. But there's just shifts in the atmosphere that can impact us. And so people have been asking me why have I been so, not me, they've been asking me, why have they been? Do I know why they have been so anxious or this or that? So I thought I would share with you, hey, if you've been feeling kind of off, so have a lot of other people. And if nothing else, I hope that that tells you first, you're not alone, and that when there's that's happening with a whole bunch of people, the likelihood that there's something going on barometrically or something like that is pretty good. So what do we need to do when that happens? Well, for me, I do a lot of breath work. I drink a lot of water, maybe listen to music, do whatever it is, but self-care, just some self-care. Eat less sugar is good for me when anything like that is going on, because of course sugar makes it more difficult to cope with anything. And so yeah, so that's what's been going on. What else was I going to say about? Oh, hey, anybody in the Victoria area? I thought I would do some Christmas craft nights, and I'm going to do it at my little studio there on Douglas Street, because it's easy access and lots of room, and my big hairy German Shepherd won't be in your face, and I'll have all the supplies and everything like that, and it's basically just doing it at cost. But I just thought it would be really fun over the holidays, and I'll have, we can have like hot chocolate or tea or whatever we'd like, and maybe some goodies, and just sit around and have fun and make some Christmas crafts. So one of it is going to be making some watercolor Christmas cards, and that'll be December 4th. And on December 11th, yes, thank you, Debbie, exactly, thank you. Oh, Lord, why do I not pay closer attention to these? I just feel it all in my body and then have people telling me things. That is exactly. Okay, hang on, everybody, till December 16th. Oh, that just told me something. Something wonderful is going to happen on the 17th then. Besides that, we can all breathe again. So the 4th and the 11th. The 11th is going to be Christmas wreaths. And so here's a couple of things I wanted to say about that, and I'll post it later. So just because I have to pick days. It doesn't, I just pick a day and I throw it up on Facebook, and it's not set in stone. If there was some people that said, hey, is there a way you could do that on Saturday afternoons, which sometimes people have said, okay, thanks. That's awesome. I love people who know all those things. If I know them, I forget them quickly. So thanks to Debbie and Rhonda. So Mercury retrograde. Okay, so perfect. Well, not perfect, but it is what it is. So anyways, back to our regular scheduled program. So I'm going to be doing some craft nights. Like I said, if someone said to me, hey, what about a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon or something like that, I'm super happy to do it on those days. I just have to pick a day, any day, and put it up on my website that way. But as far as Facebook land goes, and anybody, just know that I'm more than happy to switch days or do an additional day. We could also do some pine cone baskets that are lighted. I do a whole bunch of things like that. I used to make those and sell them at craft fairs and things. So anyways, if anybody's interested and you want to do that either for yourself or for a gift, just let me know, and we can do that. In January, I've got a course coming up. Years ago, I used to teach a course, it was on prophetic stuff, which is basically intuition, learning to listen to the small, still voice inside. So the course that I'm going to be teaching, it's a 6-week online program. Again, if there's people in Victoria who would like me to do it in person, I'm happy to do that as well if there's enough people. But the online program is called When I Look at You, I See. And basically the short version of what that is about is developing our intuition. I know people wander around, and you'll hear people quite often saying that, I think everybody's has are empaths, and I think everybody is intuitive. So let's just start there, right? I don't think that there's like a few special people out there who are that way. Human beings respond to energy, and whatever's going on in other people. Maybe some people are more sensitive, sure, and maybe some people have it more developed, sure. But we all just have it. We all have just ways that we pick up energy from each other and ways that we can be sensitive to what's going on. So what the course is about is this. When I look at UIC is first of all understanding how all that works and what that's about. And I always tell everybody, this is two things. This is me having studied this for 20 plus years, but more than anything, this is my opinion. Okay? Make sure I'm really clear on that. This is my opinion. This is how I see it. I am not God. I am not the person who gets to say this is what it is and there's nothing else. All I'm doing is teaching about what I believe to be the truth. Okay? I say that because I took courses many years ago by this really great guy named Jim McNeish he's from Scotland. So of course he's awesome. But I took some courses from him and I remember him teaching that. He taught brilliant things and always said, hey, this is just my opinion. Like, don't take this like this is just the gospel. And if I say something that doesn't fit right for you or feel right for you, it's like a shoe. Put it on. If it fits, wear it. If it doesn't, toss it out. It's okay. Doesn't mean I'm a jerk or you're a jerk. It just means we see things differently, and I'm just going to share about the world as I see it. Okay. Got that clear? Perfect. Okay. So when I look at UIC is basically a course on developing our intuition. It is about learning to, when we see something and when we hear something, when to share it and when not to, because that's real important. It's mostly about seeing beauty in ourselves and others. When I look at you, I see. So as a person who came now back in the, 70s and 80s, when I was doing tarot card reading and doing psychic readings, there was a whole thing back then. And then I was in church for a long time and I taught on the prophetic and led a prophetic team and did things like that. And that was very much about how I saw God speaking, how we saw God speaking to us and revealing things to us. And I'm not opposed to God speaking to us, and I'm not opposed to people being psychic or intuitive. All I'm talking about and teaching about is we all are intuitive. We all understand what it's like to pick up on energy. And I think it's probably more science-based than anything, but that's a whole other story for another day. So what this course is about is really teaching us how to see beauty in ourselves and others, how to communicate with kindness, how to develop our intuition and learn how to trust that still small voice. How often do we do something and then later think, oh my gosh, I thought that, but then I thought it was just me. You walk into a room and you just get this feeling about something, and sometimes we don't trust it, or we have a feeling we should call someone and we don't call them, and later we think, man, I thought that. Why didn't I do that? So the course is about learning to develop that, to understand that, to trust ourselves, and to see beauty in ourselves and others, and to find kind ways to communicate. So that's when I look at UIC. I think it's either going to start on the 15th or the 22nd of January, but we're kind of just sorting all that out. Like I said, it's going to be online. So anybody is welcome to come and join in. It's going to be $150 for 6 weeks. And why don't I do 50% off until my early bird special? I'm making this up as I go along. Oh God. 50% off until December 15th. Okay. So buy it for a friend for Christmas, buy it for yourself, do whatever you want. But anyway, so I'll do that. And as always, we'll start with things like breath work, understanding how our body processes things. I'm still taking my courses on somatic integrated trauma therapy. And it's awesome. Understanding how we feel things in our body, where we, sometimes we get headaches, sometimes we get stomach aches, sometimes our heart races. There's different ways that we process either trauma. I'm not a big fan of always using the word trauma, but just any anxiety or anything that's going on in our lives, just yay. Okay. Well, let's sign you up. That would be wonderful. You can go, oh, you know what? I don't think I even have it to be able to, okay, I'm going to go on my website today. Okay, I think I'm going to do it today. I'll go up today and put it on my website so people can actually sign up. That would be good. If I'm talking about it, I should actually make it available to people. Look, there's only one of me and I'm trying. Although I do have Anita and she's amazing. So yeah, so we'll do breath work. We'll learn to understand what's going on in our body, how to recognize and not be afraid of that, but breathe into it and release it. It's really quite marvelous. Oh my God, Sammie's barking at the door now. I don't know if you can hear her. I don't even know if you can hear me. Shh, don't tell her I'm here. She's at the door being quite bossy. But if I let her in, she's just going to come and whine right now. So she's fine, I promise you. She's on the porch. She's dry. Everything's fine. Oh, my dog is so bossy. So, yeah. So basically, that's what's going on here. I'm really super excited about it all. And I have this, I think it's it's for sure on my website. And I think in the post that I did, that shares like the Christmas gift certificates. Well, it doesn't have to be Christmas gift certificate, but the gift certificates and stuff like that for Christmas. I think there's a thing that I think I posted this thing I created, called wellness commitment packages. So that just helps it to be much more affordable for folks who want to come and do either art therapy or vibrational sound therapy with me. And yeah, I do payments. So if this is of value for you, then come and we'll do that. So my course that's coming is online. So wherever you are in this whole big, beautiful planet, you can do it with me. When I look at you, I see develop your intuition, learn how to look at a person and see the beauty in them, learn how to communicate more kindly, learning when to speak what we see, when sometimes to hold it. Because here's the thing, intuition, those of us, and when I say those of us, I mean humans, who sometimes see things in other people, it's good to know when to share and when not to, and about getting permission to share. It's took me many years not to just blurt out everything I see, to sometimes hold on to that. Sometimes there's a kindness in that. In fact, probably 90% of the time what we see is not to be spoken out. It's more to whether we believe in praying or sending out beautiful energy towards that person, whatever, or even just to offer a physical hand up to them. That's more often what it's about. Anyways, that's in the course. So yeah, that's what's happening. Oh my gosh, Fee, hello, my beautiful friend who is now living in the north, in a beautiful spot and location, and her family's there, and it's snowing and it's gorgeous. And have you done your first snow angel yet, Fee? I haven't seen it. If you did, I'll have to go check and see if you've done it yet. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's going on here. And remembering always 3 things when we wake up in the morning, thinking on 3 things that we're grateful for before we grab our phone, as we're walking to the bathroom to go to whatever it is. The first thing that I wake up myself with is 3 things that I'm grateful for. And whatever that might be, it might be my pillow. It might be my dog. It might be that I have a roof over my head. It might be that I can see, whatever it is, thinking on 3 things minimum that we're grateful for in the morning when we wake up. And when we go to bed tonight, let that be the thing that cradles us, let that be our pillow. When we go to sleep, as we're falling off asleep, we're thinking of 3 things that we're grateful for. And that actually shifts the chemistry in our brain and in our body. It lowers the cortisol level. Cortisol is not just the thing that gives us a big belly. Cortisol it can create disease in our body, creates anxiety. So it lowers our cortisol levels. It increases our serotonin and dopamine levels. Just that simple, that thing alone, thinking on 3 things that we're grateful for in the morning when we wake up and 3 things that we're grateful for as we're falling asleep. That simple process, if you do nothing else, although deep breathing and drinking lots of water is very good for us, that will actually shift the chemistry in our body, in our brain. Isn't that amazing? I just love this shit. Anyways, so, thinking on things that we're grateful for and remembering to take even a minute just to do some good deep breathing in nice and slow, in through our nose, all the way down to our belly button. Hold it just even a second and then release it. And as we're doing that, breathing in and thinking calm, positive energy. And then as we release it, letting go of all negativity and worry. And here's the deal. These aren't just words. They're not just like random crappy little, I'm just thinking these words and I'm just being all woo or something, although I'm a fan of woo. We all know that. It's intention. And our brain brings that in, and it doesn't differentiate between necessarily what's there in front of us in fact or not. It just takes it in as, okay, I'm bringing in now that which is good and healthy and positive, and I'm releasing what doesn't work. It's science. Many research has been done. What am I thinking? Mayo Clinic. There's several places several over my studies. There's so much stuff. So just those words, how we speak to ourselves makes a difference. So why I'm saying that is when we're breathing in, relaxing, actually thinking the words, I'm breathing in calm and positive energy. And when I breathe out, I am releasing and letting go of anything negative, any worry in my life. I'm letting it go. And it's science, baby. It works. So that's that. I hope that you are all doing amazing this Monday. I am so very grateful for you. Mahalo Monday. I am coming on 2 years of Mahalo Monday. How did that happen? I was thinking about it, thinking, is this a year now? And then I remembered, no, it's 2 years. 2 years. So anybody who's hanging out, thanks so much for popping in and checking in. And sometimes I do the whole thing as breath work the whole time. Sometimes I'm just around. Well, face it, I'm always rambling. But I'm just rambling away about whatever's going on. So that's what's happening. And I hope that you are well. I hope that that you know that you're loved. I hope that if something's not going so great in your life right now, take a breath. Remember, this too shall pass. And if you need help, please reach out, because there's lots of help out there. And if you don't know that, private message me and I'll help you find it. So take good care. Peace. And as always, find your joy. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you found a piece of your joy in this episode, I would love to hear about what came up for you so that we can continue to grow the impact of this show. Thanks again. See you soon. And remember, find your joy.